Okay guys, so this is a small run through of the task 32.5. The idea in this task is that you have these three products, and these three products of it's called light, it's called heavy, it's called strong. Then we're provided with some of information. We're provided with the sales price, the variable unit cost, the match cells in units, and used steel per unit in grams. So in this situation, we have to first determine the most profitable mix of order, taking into account the limited amount of special steel, 1260 kilos. So 1260 kilos is actually the figure that we need to address. This is the limited resource, and this is the capacity that we have to follow. So first off, we have these information, and we then align it. We say the sales price, match units, variable unit costs. These are all the informations that were given, and then the contribution margin per unit is calculated by taking the sales price and subtracting the variable unit cost. Total contribution, again, contribution margin per unit multiplied with the match units. Then next off, match steel in kilos. So this is suddenly in kilos. So what we need to do is we need to say C32, as you see here, and then multiply it. I divide it with 832, which is over here, units per kilo. So units per kilo, you might ask, okay, how is that calculated? That's calculated by taking 1,000 and dividing it with C14. And C14, as we see up here, that's the use of steel per unit in gram. So we need to first find this information and also this, as we had before, and then we can actually find the match steel in kilos. Next off, we need to find the differential contribution margin per kilo. And in this case, we have F32 divided with G32. F32, that's, as we see, that's the total contribution, and G32, that's the match steel in kilos, which is the limited resource, which is the capacity that we have to focus on. This gives us the differential contribution per kilo. And this gives us the opportunity to prioritize 1, 2, and 3. So light is the top priority, strong is the second priority, and heavy is the third priority. Then, as we have done before, we go down and we align the products in priority, and then we align it with the differential contribution, and then we focus on, okay, producing the first one, how many kilos will we need to use in order to produce our first priority. And then we of course need to look at the match steel in kilo. This is how much we are actually able to use of this. So the first priority, we need to use it here. Then the second priority, we need to align it here. The third priority, then we need, this is heavy, and heavy is the third priority, which we're actually able to use 600 match kilos. But we only have 300 left, so the 300 extra is aligned under the line, because this is what the company would not be able to produce just this minute. Yes. So calculating total contribution here, and as we see, the total contribution is 480,000. So that was pretty much how you were actually able to solve much of the task. But there are, of course, some of it you might actually consider elsewhere, but this is how you actually align the information. Thank you.